Greetings, beloveds. We're breaking script a little bit here. In other words, fuck perfectionism, because perfectionism is the enemy of the good. What I'm seeing here as I figure out what the F to do with this channel. And Flying Spaghetti Monster, please forgive me for I know not what I do. I see two streams. One is to continue these highly scripted, highly developed, highly processed video essays, which I was really hoping I'd have the wherewithal to do one a month, and, well, I'm going to get into that. And then there's what I'm tentatively calling We Are Beloved Raw, which is just me talking smack into the camera live, except, well, that's another thing, but once a week, once every couple weeks, because sometimes shit just needs to be said. And I think it's really interesting to share some of the process and some of what goes into making these video essays and some of the shit that it brings up in me. Because, like, there's a lot of inner work that has to go on, not just the production. And sometimes that inner work takes you on unexpected paths and journeys that you have to, well, I'm just going to say I'm really committed to putting stuff up that has integrity. And integrity to what I really want to say. And sometimes that doesn't always follow a timeline. So I think it's really valuable to have both streams, both the highly scripted and allow that to take the form that it needs to over time and find the organic schedule that works. And then, like I said, to do the raw, just talk smack into the camera. Now, the talk smack into the camera may at some point soon become a Patreon exclusive. And if you don't get the total hypocrisy and irony of that, then you apparently didn't watch my last video essay. And you... I can't do it. Ugh. Come on, I'm going to try to channel Dad here. Come on. There you go. That's what's going to happen to you. Because you didn't watch my last video. So go back and watch that last video essay. But in all seriousness, I want to relate an experience here that speaks to the commitment to really do the inner work, such that when that video essay gets produced and shared, it really does what I intend it to do. I mean, I do sometimes intend to offend the fuck out of you, but I want to do it for the right reasons, not the wrong ones. And so I want to relate an experience that I recently had that turned out to be a freaking gift, even though in the moment that it happened, it kind of did suck. And that was this. I recently went to the gay bar in town and presented a piece in the Poetry Slam which hadn't been edited as intended, or at least to the level that I intended. I just have this doc of what I call talking points, and I develop essays in the process, and they're all in different stages of process. And this one, well, I hadn't really found the goal in it yet, which is really what I intend to do before publicly presenting this stuff. Well, let's just put it this way. There's a stare that as a trans person you get from people, and you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. It's kind of this, like, somewhere between disgust and what the hell are you anyway? And you get this look from people. And that's what this piece was about that I read at the Poetry Slam at the gay bar. Now, the problem was, when I read the piece, I described the body of this person who had given me this stare. And I realized, too late, that I was describing the bodies of several people in the audience. I basically just shamed the audience that I was trying to reach. Oops. Well, after about 12 hours of trauma shaking and getting on 12-step meetings to process what the fuck had just happened, and thankfully, the person who emceed the event was quite forgiving, I realized that there was actually a gift in this. As I said, I want to offend you, but for the right fucking reasons. And what that indicates is I gotta do the work on myself so that what I put out there has integrity with the outcome that I want to create. Now, thank God that happened with an audience of 35, and at a time when my YouTube channel has 34 and some subscribers. Not when I had 340,000, and it became a career-destroying move here. So in working on the current video essay, which, by the way, is in part an homage to this amazing novel by Ursula K. Guin called, I can't believe I'm not remembering the title, because it's like the whole thing, The Lathe of Heaven, that's it. Which is one of her lesser-known works, it seems, and it's unfortunate it's lesser-known because it's freaking awesome. Anyway, in working on this, I'm exploring my own, shall we say, struggles with capitalism, and in that process, I start to notice in writing the script that I'm actually a little bit uncomfortable. And I realize that shit, I might be shaming the audience I'm trying to reach once again because of my judgment and my own shadow and my own darkness. Rewrite. That's where we're at. So, yeah, I'm hoping to do one a month. But in the meantime, I'll keep you entertained with all this craziness, and we're working on it. So, in the meantime, I would also like to simply say, once again, if I didn't already, happy whatever it is that you celebrate. And thank you for so much amazing support on the back end. I mean, I now have more wigs than I know what to do with. And it's an amazing celebration, and it's super awesome. And I'm going to say one more thing, which is that as I'm diving down this rabbit hole of making this YouTube channel a reality, I'm really having to say that I got to give some props to the amazing channels that have been an inspiration to me. And I'm not going to mention everybody here, but Lindsay Ellis and ContraPoints and Thought Slime and Bomber Guy, and all you guys, the production of one of these videos, Thoughty2, and who's the other? Philosophy Tube. It's a lot of work, I'm realizing, making these videos. And I'm not just talking about the production, because the production, we all know about that, right? Or at least, it's kind of a lot of work to get the production. But also, there's that unseen part, which is the internal work. That part where we have to kind of take ourselves apart and look at our own assumptions and biases. We might be going into these videos thinking we're going to say one thing, and then facing our own shadows and realizing, hey, I'm being a jerk too. Oops. Rewrite. So I just got to give props to those people who are out there really doing the work to the point of being willing to have to rewrite the video halfway through while facing that personal deadline, which, well, when you get to that point of having hundreds of thousands of subscribers, becomes an expectation in the community. So I gotta say, well, in a sense, thank God I only have at this point 34 subscribers, because like, let's fuck it up now and not when I have 340,000 and then I miss the deadline. So I've already talked a lot longer than I'd hoped on this one. I'm gonna let it fly. Once again, happy whatever it is that you celebrate on this December 24th, 2019. And be expecting to have some point very soon an effective dream. That is a dream that changes reality. You'll know more and understand more about that with the next We Are Beloved video essay coming soon. Thanks again. We are beloved.